Hi, this is for all the men and women out there that are trying to find their life purpose. And as I've started these Instagram and these Reels and these YouTubes, what I've been bringing to the plate is dating in your 60s and reinventing yourself in your 60s and starting over and finding your life purpose in your 60s, like it was something that was odd. And I had the opportunity to meet someone the other day, and as we were getting to know each other, we were talking about that we'd both been divorced, and this gentleman was remarried. And he mentioned, when we take our first set of vows in our first marriage, it's almost like, I do take you to be my starter wife or husband. And boy, it really hit me in so many ways. And what I reflected back on, and for those of you that have gone to college or have gone to trade schools or started a craft when you were younger, how many of you are still in that craft or in that field of study from college? And I can tell you that I'm certainly not. And it really made me think about that reinventing ourselves in our 60s is actually where we should be at. And, getting to the point of, our starter marriage, I'm kind of looking back right now as of this week when this gentleman said this to me and thinking, our being married for the rest of your life was, I think, our parents' generation. I'm a baby boomer, so this was my parents' generation. And I'm almost going to imagine that in the generations to come that marriage may not be essential anymore. But I'm not following my life's purpose what I went to college with. I'm not following my life's purpose with what I started off doing in the beginning of my career versus ending up in corporate America, although I got into corporate America really quickly. But I think it really brings out that looking for your life purpose and reinventing yourself in your 60s is actually, I'm starting to see really healthy. Whereas before it's like it's an anomaly. And I don't think it's an anomaly. I think it's as we grow and we fine tune ourselves and we look at all those ego patterns and, whatever it is, bad marriages, blah, 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 blah. And we clear out and eventually get to the point where we actually have a really good relationship with ourselves. And I know I can only speak this for me, of having a really good relationship with myself and loving myself, that I'm in this process of reinventing myself. And although when I initially went down this road, I was thinking, this is kind of crazy. And now I'm going, it's actually really healthy. And I would ask all of you to consider where you're at and all the changes and go, this is really about awesome growth and really ascension. So what is it for you?